Hello everyone, this is Lorena and I'm back with another Duel Links video. I am very late, but I just didn't feel like playing this game for a while, and the reason for that is because of Akira's event ending, and I haven't covered that yet. But I do wonder if Jaden ever left the gate. Is he away from the gate? Because I swear. What button do you press on a mini screen to forfeit the duel? Surrender. What is this character's name? And I do want you guys to understand that I have my reasons for not wanting to cover it. And I just don't think it's really that interesting. The event itself just doesn't really impress me. And now I do realize that most events aren't going to be very impressive, but this event was kind of terrible. And I don't mean terrible in the sense that it absolutely is the worst thing out there. It's just, mediocre. It's not that great, but it does satisfy what an event is. In other words, I don't think it's necessarily a complete failure. It's just not one of my favorite events, which at this point, it makes sense for me to eventually get here to a point where one event wasn't really that great, although there probably are other ones, but this is the first time I really feel like it's just not that great of an event. Now let me see the cutscene first. Let me cover that. I have to be reasonable, although I can't say that the audio distortion for Revolver's interaction with Akira is particularly great, but, it really makes sense that my ears would bleed just a little hearing that. Considering what was considering the energy that was going into that dialogue, really. So, made up your mind? I have. Okay, I just want to ask you why you wanted to get rid of all the Ignis, and then you come in here and you say you're not going to get rid of the Ignis. When you confessed that you tried to get rid of the Ignis, you tried to get rid of Duel Links, which brought them back. How are you going to turn around then and say that you're not going to destroy them? Is that just because you couldn't? Is it because you're incompetent? Dude, I think you need to be demoted, which apparently can happen. Oh, care to share? Sure. Okay, please elaborate. Zyzen, what do you think is the number one reason why people come to Duel Links? To duel? To duel! Wow. To duel? Dude, that is the exact thing that left my mouth. It was even a question. Yes. So in a place where the world gathers to duel, there's only one way to solve your problem. And I think you need to improve your dueling skills, Akira. I can't believe you're worse than me. That's a problem, and it's embarrassing. You're saying I have to win against the Ignis in a duel? Okay, maybe that's not quite fair because I'm using a protagonist's cards. Alright, fine. But maybe you want to explain to me why I still suck at using said protagonist's cards. It's been 3 years, going on 4 at this point. Not just win. What's important is to get to know each other. Yeah, I really don't feel like I understand Akira from this event. A dueling isn't simply about winning and losing. Oh, really? Are you sure? At its heart, a duel is a conversation. Okay, I wish I understood what that means. A conversation. I understand what you're saying. You humans dueling is what created the Ignis. I just want to know how they managed to duel at that age when the game is convoluted. The game is convoluted as hell. How are they dueling at that age and understanding what they were reading? What the fuck? So a duel may be the best way for us to communicate and understand each other. Okay, can that possibly, what is the word I'm looking for? Hold on. I'm trying to think, but what is the word? I mean, I'm not even joking. I can't remember the word. This is embarrassing. Hold on. Can that possibly redeem Windy and Lightning? Because I doubt it. I really doubt it. Although supposedly Windy wasn't that bad. But we're not going to get to that because in my opinion, he absolutely was. In my opinion, he was annoying as fuck, but he was also kind of worse than Lightning in a way. I mean, Lightning was bad, but he did one good deed while he was busy cheating. One good deed that pissed me off. So the net is just keep dueling like we always have. I know Akira needs to go to a school to learn how to duel better. Because that was embarrassing, Akira. Your simple mind is such a treasure. That's already been pillaged. No one asked you. Playmaker, I can ask for no greater ally than you. Are you freaking kidding me? You've accomplished so much by winning your duels. I mean, I'd like to say, are you kidding me? And actually have an argument for that, but I don't. I wish all of mankind and the Ignis knew each other better. Well, too bad that's never going to happen. In the truest sense, not through the results of a simulation. Yes, I'm sure you really have negative feelings towards simulations at this point. And eyes just like ellipses. Oh, you're the reason for that, aren't you? A simulation can never predict how a duel will end. This world is where our thoughts and memories become real. I believe the power of this world and dueling will allow us to live side by side with the Ignis. I do not believe that because humans are, how should I put this? We're bastards toward each other, you know? We're absolutely going to kill each other one day. And some of us are already killing each other. But I think we should move on. I never expected the day would come when someone who used to duel for revenge would say that. What? People can't overcome their desire for revenge? People can't experience character development? This is the protagonist we're talking about here. I'm disappointed. No, the opposite. It's why your words carry weight. And believe in the power of dueling. Perhaps that's the true goal of Duel Links. Good, now don't destroy it. I think it's called Duel Links because dueling links people together. Oh wow, I see what you did there. Link people together through dueling. Okay, to be completely honest, that's not the... Oh wait, it's not over yet, hold on. It's not the worst cutscene ever. That's actually the reason why I stuck around for the cutscene before I decided to go do the survey, which I still haven't done yet. And do I really want to do that on screen? Yeah, I guess I can do that. That was a pretty emotional speech. I didn't know Playmaker had it in him. Playmaker is still a human. That's all I have to say to that. But his words convinced me. Like him, I will also believe in the power of dueling, so we can live together with the Ignis. Alright, now, that was a decent ending, but I still have my criticisms of this event. And I will get to those in a moment. I also had to get through a ton of screens because I waited this long to start anything else. So you know I haven't really been doing the KC Cup. But really, I don't know if there's much to miss in that regard. I do not care how many duel sheets there are, although I am going to go look. How many have been released? I don't know because I haven't been playing. Okay, before I do this survey, who is in this world right now? Chaz. Okay, hello Chaz. Okay, these duel replays really do not make me very interested in actually covering the KC Cup. I mean, seriously, does this mean I'm really going to have a bunch of mirror matches? I really don't think that's very interesting. It's just not. And I could switch decks for less mirror matches, but then I would just switch back because I'm getting my ass kicked. I mean, I generally get my ass kicked regardless, but I'd rather go down with what I love playing already, okay? And I'm just not gonna get that with other decks. You may be like, why? I do not know. I guess, this deck is simple and straightforward, and it's easy to learn, sort of. I mean, seriously, what am I supposed to say? Well, you know, I still make misplays with this deck, but that's beside the point. I think that's a bigger problem, not a problem with the deck. Because if it was a problem with the deck, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be making this issue. I wouldn't be making these mistakes with other decks. So I do not blame this deck for my issues with learning how to duel properly. But I am still better than Akira for some reason, which is the most terrifying thing I have ever said. His duel wasn't his. I would say he was a bit too easy, but I'm not going to say that to Konami because I don't want them to know that. I'm just not going to tell them that the event was a bit too... Did you had another one? Okay, alright, I'm just going to destroy you. Which was what I was going to do already, but now I'm going to extra do it. Okay, You have no chance of victory against me. You are about to die. What do you say to that? Well, your life points are now at 0, so you can't really say much. Anyway, and now I'm going to do that survey because I have opinions, but you know, my opinions aren't really that bad because there are reasons I've got them. Okay, hold on. Oh, right. I've got gems. I've got the maximum amount of gems I can have. I need to figure out what I'm going to do with these. I can spend some more resources on Shark's cards. Because I've got priorities. You guys may be like, doubt. Well, I understand, but it's still true. Alright, now hold on a second. Lifetime, I don't really want to go grab that. Okay, alright. Well, as obsessed as I am, there appears to be a cap on the amount of cards you can have for a single card. You can only have 999 copies of a card, which is fair, but I wish that wasn't the case. Yeah, because I absolutely need more than 999, you bells. Yes, I absolutely do. It would be very interesting. Okay. How about I go do that survey? And I don't really believe they're going to listen to anything I say, but I think it's very interesting when I have opinions and it's not just, okay, it was a pretty good event. Alright, how was the length of the event? Neutral. Yes. Did you enjoy the following gameplay? To be honest, yes, because it was just so easy. Earning rewards, okay, yeah. This is with basic shit. This isn't where the opinions come in. Receiving rewards by completing, yeah. Being able to use, I'm neutral on this. Your cat's losing, Akira. With your own deck, I've never seen so much losing in my life. Hold on. Which question did I not? Oh, this one. By proceeding. Okay, yes. This is just standard for me at this point. I think the only difference is I just. What was the difference? Being able to use a cure. I didn't mention I liked doing that because, well, his deck wasn't that great. That's why when I went into ranked to duel and people were using Akira, almost no one was using 10 dangles. And who would? I'm not telling you. I'm not saying. I'm not going to say it. I don't want them getting ideas. I think it's well balanced. Am I satisfied with the... I think so. I don't really think there's a whole lot that can be criticized here inherently. Yeah. This is very easy, I'm gonna be honest. And now the criticism that I have is I just don't think it was that great of an event. Now I'm usually neutral, but I'm going to side on no. The reason that I'm not going to outright say no is because I think the event itself was, I think that it made sense. Okay, now what do I want to say about elaborating on my answer? I don't feel like Akira. I don't think Akira was an easy character to make a good event out of. So, you guys did your best. I don't feel like Akira was an easy character to make a good event out of, so you guys did your best. Did you enjoy the event's animations and background music? Yes. Yes. Were you satisfied with... No, I was not. Any comments on the strength of siblings? Akira should have more character. Should have more character than... He's an older brother. Akira should have more character than he's an older brother and he runs a company. However, you guys did your best. Did you have any problems understanding? Dude, I had 0 problems. Please share what you would like to see in a future event. Alright, I want the ability to play older events, for old event exclusive items, which includes obtaining the title for those events. What do you guys expect from me? Of course I was going to type that. Alright, well, do I have enough time to... I really don't think so. Okay guys, I covered the end of the event, and for some reason I did the survey on screen, even though I actually was thinking of not doing that. But I guess I did anyway. That's one time I live up to my word. Anyway guys, that's going to wrap things up for this video and the event. When I come back, I will be able to start the KC Cup. Whenever, of course, I feel like it.